I stopped here because this is one of my favorite stops on the river road. We always call it the Lookout, but you can park your bike at the road. There's a pull-off, and then you take a short hike. You got to be careful. It's rocky, and goes back here to the edge of a cliff, and you can look off, and you can see the river. And I've always told people that's the Rio Grande River, and right across there is Mexico. Oh. Yeah. Watch it, Lee. You okay?
Yeah.
You bleeding yet?
No.
Watch the cactus. Yeah, this is pretty rugged terrain out here. You got to remember that what don't sting you will stick you out here. Another interesting thing about this place is years ago there was a movie called Fandango, and it took place here. You'll see a rock up here. They've marked it DOM.
That is cool. I have to remember that. Fandango.
Yeah, more than. I don't know where Mike went, but
I didn't hear a scream or anything.
no screams. I guess he's okay. I'm not sure where the Flight for Life will land out here, but
Yeah, they couldn't land there at the top of that hill unless they had somebody block traffic there because there is. Car come flying over.
yeah.
What was my next step? There was nothing there to step on.
It's all different when you get to the hip breaking age.
I figured it was better to fall against that rock than it was to go to the wild blue yonder.
You see that rock right up there? That's so much coming down.
It is. It'd be fun to be here when it came
man.
Not right here. It'd be fun to be way over there when it came down.
Yeah.
We were young.
We say? Ah, boy. The things we say in silence that gets caught on camera. Oops. Let's see, where's it? Here comes Barry. There's Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow. Yeah, so just a short ways, right back down the hill, there's another lookout point. And it's just as pretty. I'll show you.
You know what I hear when I look right here? Marty Robbins, man.
Down in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a... Yeah, so this viewpoint down here, it's not quite as rugged. They've got an asphalt little walk around area here. And you know, this river that I've been telling everyone is the Rio Grande. Mike steps over and now there's a sign there. And that sign said that is the Rio Concho, a branch of the Rio Grande. I can't believe that. I can't believe I've been wrong all this time. So once again, we checked the coolant level in the Harley. Everything was fine. The bike had not heated up. And we just made an assumption that just adding that little bit of coolant may be all it needed. Everything seemed fine. Yeah, so the bike checked out fine. It's about 4 in the afternoon. We're getting a little hungry. Gary P. Nunn shows tonight, so we thought we might want to stop and grab something. Hey, how you doing?
Good. How y'all?
Great.
No, Bill, you think we're gonna let you in again this time?
I don't know. Hey. Yeah, so we stopped into the resort at Lajitas, the Thirsty Goat. We sat out here. Now, we waited forever for these hamburgers. Man, I'm going to tell you what, they were every bit worth it. We were glad to get full before the show tonight.
But rain, everything I learned. Rain was everything.
Shuffle from Houston, Texas.
It's kind of the end of the road for this trip. That I think the water pump is out in my motorcycle. We took off again today. I rode it 80 miles. We refilled it with antifreeze. It didn't hold but like half a cup. And I rode it 80 miles and the light didn't come on. However, my reservoir, the fluid, it was empty. We put another, half a cup of antifreeze in, took off today. Lights came on, and so it's over. I'm arranging for Carol to come down here and pick me up, and we'll see what we got to do to get that bike back home. But this motorcycle adventure is over for me for this weekend. Good morning, everybody. This is Bill. So, I am halfway back to Terlingua. So here's the whole story. I don't know what's going to come out in this video, but as we were doing some riding, my old Harley started getting hot, and the reservoir, it emptied. We bought some more antifreeze. We put in it. It was empty again. It would get hot, and so I didn't feel comfortable driving it home. Carol, I called her. She drove 5.5 hours down here to come pick me up. And then we turned around and went home so I could put the lift in the truck. And now I'm on my way back to Terlingua. Today's going to be a 600-mile turn and burn, bringing that Harley back home. So right now I'm about in a little old place you never heard of called Cayenosa. But we're on our way. Home. It's about a 550-mile turn and burn. Went to Terlingua, loaded her up in the truck, and she's home safe and sound. I'll probably just leave her right there until I can make arrangements to get it to the dealer for repair. Good thing I got that spare one right there, though. All right, you may notice there's a different motorcycle in the back of my truck. Tomorrow, I'm planning on going to Lubbock to pick up my bike. I think it'll be ready. And my buddy Mike, he went with me to Terlingua. That Terlingua is hell on motorcycles. So on the way back, his bike quit charging. We think maybe the stator went out. So I'm gonna haul his over, let them work on it, and pick mine up and bring it home, I hope. All right, here's another bike down from Terlingua, delivering this for Mike to the Harley shop. All right, guys. The other day, so I hauled Mike's motorcycle to Lubbock for repair, thinking I was going to pick mine up. They told me it was ready. Come get it. And when I got there, they said, hey, we test drove it. That check engine light came back on. So they ordered a new water pump. It was sort of a dry run. And also, they found my one tailpipe was loose, and they pulled it off, and the flange on it was broken. So I got to get a new set of pipes. But they texted me yesterday evening Said it's ready to pick up. Fixing to make another trip back to Lubbock, Texas, to see if I can pick up that bike. I'll tell you what, that Rampage lift has been a blessing on this, for this ordeal. There she is, she's home. Went to pick her up. Now, it only cost a little over $2,000 to get this done. I'll have to show you a picture, but these are brand new pipes. One of mine was broken. They found it. They said, hey, one of your pipes is broken. So, do you want some new ones? You can't just buy one pipe. You got to buy a set. So, yeah, there's that. And then, like I said, I spent about 400 miles getting this thing because it was in Lubbock. They called me the other day, said it was ready, and I went to pick it up. That's 100 miles over, a little over. I got there and they said, we're sorry, it's not ready. They took it on a test ride, and the check engine light came back on, and the new pump, the new water pump they put on was bad. So that was a dry run, even though I delivered Mike's bike over there. So that was 200 miles that served me no purpose. And then they sent me a text yesterday that it was ready. So I went back over there and got it today and back. So that's another 200 miles. So this thing's been a pain in the butt. I'm gonna unload it. I'm not gonna film it because y'all remember the last time I unloaded it, what happened? That's actually the video with the most highest views I ever had whenever Lola fell over unloading it. But I'm not gonna bore you with that unloading process. Well, guys, that was a long week, but I thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.